What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Richie, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a cool competitive budget 6 samurais deck. So I'm a big fan of the archetype. It's my favorite archetype in the entire game. Wait, I've never seen it in the anime. Whatever, it's like the best archetype ever. It's explosive, it's competitive, it can actually give you an amazing end board where you can negate monster effect, you negate spell and trap, compulsory, destroy spell and trap. It's crazy the amount of stuff that you can actually have at the end of this awesome deck combo loop, whatever you want to call it. So it's a very cool deck, it's very fun, it's competitive, and it can perform. So what I'm going to be doing in this deck profile is that I'm going to be showing you guys the necessity, the cards that you actually need to pull everything off. Because I'm a budget duelist, I don't own the amazing end cards that you guys might have. So I'm just going to be showing you guys the bare minimum that you need to pull off all of these awesome stuff. So let's get into the deck profile. Okay, starting off with the first monster on the list, I have triple Fuma. Now Fuma is a very good card in the deck. Fuma allows you to go into a lot of combos. So if this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can special summon one 6 samurai monster from your deck. Also, if this card is in the graveyard and exactly one 6 samurai monster would be destroyed, you can remove this card from your graveyard instead. Next on the list, we have triple legendary 6 samurai Kigeki. If Kigeki is normal summon, you can special summon one level 4 or lower 6 samurai monster from your hand. And the last of the 3 of 6 samurais that I use is legendary 6 samurai Kizan. If you control another 6 samurai monster on your field except for Kizan, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, this card gains 300 attack if you have 2 or more 6 samurai monsters on your field. Now for the 1 of 6 samurais that I use one Secret of the 6 Samurai Kizaru. If this card is special summon, you can add one 6 samurai monster from your deck to your hand. So I can only add 6 samurai monster to my hand that the attribute is not on the field. So if I use this effect now, I could add fire, wind, water, anything from my deck to my hand. I used one Inishi. Inishi is a very good card. If you control another 6 samurai monster on the field, you can remove 2 6 samurai monster from your graveyard, and if you do that, return one monster on the field into the controller's hand. I use one hero. If you control another 6 samurai monster and this card attacks the face down defense position card, that card is immediately destroyed without flipping. I play one 6 samurai Zanji. If this card attacks a monster, it automatically destroys it, but you have to have another 6 samurai on the field. One grandmaster is just like Kizan. If you control another 6 samurai monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And that's all for the 6 samurai monsters. Now I'm going to go into the non 6 samurai monsters that I use in the deck. I use triple True Draco Phoenix. This card is a very good card. I can special summon this monster very easily because I have a lot of wind monsters in my deck and get off its effect. So I have 3 Kigeki and 3 Fuma. If I use this card effect with Fuma, it actually destroys Fuma. I can special summon a 6 samurai monster, and I also get to summon this card to the field, which is pretty cool. This is a good extender and it allows me to go into my combo plays. I use one Pankratops. This is a must in any deck. It's universal. It's pretty awesome. And finally, I use one Shien Squire. This allows me to go into my Naturia monsters, Naturia Beast, and Naturia Barkian. Now onto the spell cards. I use triple Dojo. These are the cards just to get counter. I use triple United. I can draw 2 if I take this card off the field with 2 counters. I use triple Smoke Signal and 1 Rota. These are the searchers of the deck. Search level 3s, and this search any warrior type monster. I use 2 Ascenism. Ascenism is a good card in the deck. So Ascenism is a very good card in the deck. I made sure to make my deck be able to use it very good at any time. So let me just show you guys real quickly. So this card works very good in my deck because I have a lot of targets to target. If I summon a legendary 6 samurai Kigeki, you know that Kigeki has 200. I can use Asceticism on him to special summon one Fuma from my deck. Then I can link off and go into something else. If Kigeki is normal summon and I activate Kigeki's effect to special summon a Fuma from my hand or any other 6 samurai monster, Kigeki is going to gain 1500 attack. That's going to give him 1700 attack. Then if I use this card on him, I can special summon Inishi or Hiro using this card as, 1700. I can summon these two. If I have Zanji on the field, I can use this card on him to special summon a legendary 6 samurai Kizan, and if I have a Kizan on the field that is boosted to 2100, I can use the card on him to special summon Grandmaster of the 6 samurai. So my cards really work very well. I made sure to, you know, add the monsters, make sure that this card is always live when I draw it, so it's a very good addition to the deck. I use one Temple of the 6 and the best card in the deck, Gateway of the 6. If you don't know what this card does, you need to go and get, you know, read it. It has 3 effects and it's a broken card. That's why it's at 1. I played 2 Super Poly. Super Poly is a very good card. I love this card because it interrupts your opponent and it removes their monsters. So if my opponent goes into 2 dark monsters that are different attributes, I could use this and, you know, fusion summon a monster from my extra deck. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Diagram, 1 Terraforming, finally 1 Divine Sword and Living Fossil. This is needed for my combo to, you know, extend my plays. I don't play any trap cards in the deck. You can actually add trap cards if you want to, but I decided not to play any. So first I'm going to show you guys the extenders that you need to play in this deck. They are very needed if you want to go into, you know, a good end board. So the first one is 2 Tales of the Noble Knight. You guys must know what this card does. Then we have Battle Shogun. I use 2 Battle Shoguns, but you can use 1. I use 2 Saruja. Saruja is a very good card. It gives me draw power and the option to choose which card that I want to keep. These are good extender cards to get into your end board. These cards are really needed. You can go 1 Saruja and 1 Battle Shogun, but you need 1 of each. I play 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Shadow of the 6 Samurai, 1 Redoer, Abyss Dweller, number 101. For the synchro cards, I use 1 Beast, 1 Barkian, and legendary 6 Samurai Shien. The last 2 cards are my target for my Super Poly. I use Mud Dragon. This card is a very good card. And finally, Starving Venom. So pretty much that is my extra deck. As I said before, my extra deck is not that expensive. It doesn't have like Appaloosa and some other cards to negate. With this deck, I can go into Shien and Beast and stop him from using spell and traps. I really needed something to stop monster effects, so I'm going to get myself an Appaloosa. But pretty much that's my deck profile for now. It's very cheap, as I said before. It's a budget deck and it's very competitive. You can actually do a bunch of stuff with this deck. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to see more content from my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with post notification turned on so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video.